Stop and Shop down the road. Always the biggest smile, greeting everybody. I know you kind of just talked about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you never know what might be going through people's smile might help them, but every day for you it's like that. And I know some days you might not be feeling all right. You might be tired. Things might not be going your way. How do you keep that every day, which I know you do?
Yeah. Just try to be as selfless as possible. I mean, obviously I'm not 100% happy all the time, right? Everybody goes through some things, and I've been through some personal struggles. No doubt that, luckily enough, I have good backing and good family to help me get through it. But I've been able to take myself out of that and kind of just become selfless. Now, I know that's scary to a lot of people because they think you're not putting enough towards your own personal health and mental health. But you guys only see me when I'm out around people. I mean, I definitely need my time at home, right?
Troupe time.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt, Troupe time. Everybody needs that individual time, and I create blocks, whether that be hour or 2 hour when I'm home. That's where I get to just relax, and maybe I do still jump into some charts or jump into some certain things baseball related here and there, but that's my time to decompress and then kind of reflect on my day and how the day went, things I can build on, this and that. But yeah, I mean, it's not all roses for me, but I'm able to kind of, the second that I step out of the door, is kind of like when you step across the line for a baseball field. You hear that all the time. When I step out of the door, it's hey man, like, let's say, how many people can I affect today? How many people can I positively affect today? And people couldn't be like, oh, you're full of this and that. Oh, you're doing this. No, it's truthfully how.
Fake or whatever.
Yeah, it's truthfully how I feel because I've been through the dark.
Yeah.
I've been through the dark, and if anyone else is, and maybe that conversation could be the difference maker, let's go. Yeah. I would love to be that person for anyone.
So for you, it's kind of like you've seen that darkness
of
not feeling good about yourself, like just about life,
no doubt,
being depressed or whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's kind of pushing forward so that other people, whether they are or not, can just get that boost of whether you see them for a minute or an hour.
Oh yeah. I'm out of that, and I learned so much from those times, and I'm going now. So, and then like when okay, so if something was to happen today, right, that kind of threw me off for a second, I was kind of down for a second, didn't like something, this and that, I can always kind of separate and take a deep breath. Like, wow, look where I was 3 years ago, where I didn't want to be, and now look where I'm coaching Cape Cod baseball. We're at the Knack right now. It's beautiful. Awesome milkshakes. Great cheeseburgers right here. Actually, speaking of, let's go. A little break.
Break time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the dynamic of talking and eating.
Mm-hmm.
Much harder than I thought it would be.
It is, no doubt.
Because it's always kind of in the back of your mind. So
sure. Am I good?
Short, clean.
That's the main goal for today, main focus.
I'm always thinking, like, okay, we have fries here sometimes. I'm like, when should I take a fry and how many should I take? Like, I know they're watching. Like, he hasn't had many fries yet. So.
It kind of makes me nervous every time you say that like about them watching.
You forget after a while.
Gosh, now I know, so thanks.
Yeah.
Now I'm freaking out.
Hundreds of people right there.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding.
Milkshake break.
Milkshake break, please.
But anyways, I mean, we're out here in Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Right. It's not humid today. Thank goodness. But come on, man. It could be so much worse. So that's how I feel on that matter. What are we trying to get done today? What's the goal for today? You hear it a lot. What's your why? What's your purpose? What are all these things? So hopping in the book, okay, I'm gonna go for a run at 6, boom, boom, boom. But you're forcing accountability when you hop in the hop on a notebook, a piece of paper, and you start writing it down.
And if you don't, you cheated yourself.
You cheated yourself.
Yeah.
You cheated yourself, right? So it just allows for a little bit of forced accountability in that. And then when you plan out your day, you get to mess with that routine a little bit. I mean, simple things is, the first thing I do when I wake up is I'm going to brush my teeth. The first thing I'm going to do when I wake up is I'm going to hop in the shower. The first thing I'm going to do when I wake up is I'm going to read an inspirational quote or a book or something. Yes. And then keep building like that through the day. And it feels a lot more fulfilling, and you kind of get in the groove. You find the groove. And that's what I was able to find in that time, in that rep period that I got in, for lack of a better term. But create the routine. Really pay attention to those little details, And yeah, you kind of get in the flow, you get in the rhythm. And I've taken that to, I know we don't want to touch too much on the baseball side, but I've taken that to the baseball side on both hitters and pitchers.
Well,
And
baseball parallels life.
oh, jeez.
I say baseball just because I don't really care to hear about, pitch
No doubt.
locations.
No, oh yeah, right.
Pitch locations, spin rate.
Deep into baseball stuff. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I don't understand.
No, we'll stay away from that. But on this paralleling life, as you put it, hopping in your notebook after a game, right? Hey, what went well? What can we build on? What can we continue to build on? What didn't go so well? How do we work on that? What do we need to work on? Right. And then the last part would be like an act-on thing. Like, how are we going to get this done? How are we going to get better? So those little things in life now carry over with me in this baseball world.
Is that something you learned from somebody or picked up just?
Yeah. I learned from. We spoke on this in one of our on the stage that we did that one time from Greg Moore, who was the head coach at Cal State Northridge at the time. We spoke. He is now the head coach at St. Mary's College, and that was his deal was a build on, work on thing. And I was able to kind of go back to that when I got in my little period here, and I was able to go back to that. So it's crazy what baseball can teach you, man. It's not just a sport that people watch on TV. I mean, there's a lot of lessons learned from it, man. There's so many. I don't even know where to start as far as lessons learned on that thing, but
you fail 7 times out of 10, you're really good.
Right, and how to handle it.
Yeah.
Right. How to handle failure. I mean, you're not really losing if you have the right perspective on that, and you're learning from it.
Yeah.
So that in the future it better sets you up for that same moment that you're going to happen. Because baseball, it's going to happen again. You're going to get into a slump. You're going to be rolling. How do you continue to roll? How do you keep mentality right when you're not rolling?
Yeah.
So many different things, man. I mean, it's truly a special game, but it's life. I mean, it's life as I've experienced, and a lot of people experience through that. On the other side of that camera.
So what motivates you every day? If you can find something in that.
But my family is first and foremost. Just what they've been able to do for me when not given much. They go above and beyond for me and for my sister. So that's my main thing. And then just motivation for me is just being that positive light for people to be there when you need to be there. So that's my motivation. Every time I wake up is, hey, I'm gonna do this for my family, and all the day in and day out struggle that they've gone through for me, and to hide it. Right? You don't really learn some things until you get older. You don't know when you're young.
I know.
Right? And then you get to that age where maybe through conversation, because now they're comfortable to speak on it, right? Because you're of age now.
Right.
You get into your teens, your
tell
late
you the
teens.
whole life story when you're
right.
12.
And you're like, wow, that was going on when I was 12. Oh my gosh, I thought everything was the greatest thing in the world. I mean, right? Life was perfect. You always have a smile on your face. So motivation on that because of what they've been able to do for us. And then just me, truthfully, like, what am I going to do today to positively impact someone? I mean, I keep saying that, but that's the truth. That motivates me, because other than that, that's my purpose. So if I don't feel like I've done that on a daily basis, I feel like I've failed the day. And you don't. And then a third thing. I mean, I don't really want to get too far into this, but there's a couple people in my life that aren't here anymore. So, and they've impacted me so much in their personality, in their light, and the amount of smiles that they've given me and woken me up when times were tough.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, there's a different path for them, and they're not with us anymore. So, how can I best take on that person in that particular day? How do I represent them? What would they want me to be doing on a daily basis? Yeah. And I do believe that they're watching. So how can I best embody them in this world and keep them alive? Where no one, you don't know them, no one here at the Knack knows them, but they don't need to. Right? Yeah, they don't need to know.
that's you.
Yeah.
You know,
how am I brightening up someone in this room?
I think everybody here probably has something like that.
No doubt.
You know, that's
100%.
everybody's makeup.
Yeah.
I think that's just why I think it's cool to get to know people, because everybody has different makeup.
Different story.
Different
man,
story.
So fun too.
Backgrounds and everything. You know?
And it's unfortunate how fast people go through their days and their life to where they don't really recognize that there is a story that can be told.
Yeah.
Just me and you having a conversation like this, being able to speak on this, because your experience I could be in a similar situation as you. Like, we could have a conversation right now. I don't know anything you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But I'm listening, I'm engaged. And then fast forward 3 years, and something that you touched on, I'm all of a sudden going through.
Yeah. It's
I
kind of I remember.
Yeah, an experience that you've been through, and then you tell me what helped you get through it. I mean, that's coaching. You're coaching me. Like, everyone can be a coach.
Yeah.
Seriously, you going through an experience, how you were able to get through it. I go through that same experience 2 years from now. If I don't care about you, if I don't care to listen, if I'm just going through my day like a zombie, you just missed out on something that could get you through that time, could get you through someone else's time, can help you impact someone else. So, something like that I always think on all the time, no doubt.
So how about you? There's something I always like to ask, everybody that comes in and at school. It's just, favorite question for me to ask is, and I feel like I'm grateful I've learned a lot about you today. So first off, thank you so much for hanging out. It's really cool. It's fun to learn from you. And I hope everybody that's watching this in the next days and weeks can take something out. I know they will. So,
well, none of this would be possible if you weren't doing what you're doing, man.
The Knack wasn't handing.
It's a Knack.
Come on now.
Cheers to that, too. Cookies are great.
So, everybody, I think, if they can deep down, and if you're watching this, try to find one for yourself, whether it be now or after. They can find a quote, a life lesson, a verse, anything like that, that, they say, this is what I live my life after. It's this 7-word line, or it's this lesson that I learned a while back, anything like that. And I'm wondering what yours is, if you have one.
Yeah, I mean, I touched on, within the baseball world, the 90% attitude versus 10% technique is something that, within this realm, I try to, embody day in and day out. But I think something that really stuck with me, and it's more recent, it's definitely more recent, is at USD, there's a quote that Coach Rich Hill used to always say, how you do anything is how you do everything. And for some reason, I just think about that all the time. Like, we're so focused. People are so focused on the future, naturally, all the time. Like, where do I want to be in whatever years, right? I mean, I know you want to do,
so I can do that the next day. And
I know you want to do so many big things, right, in your career, and you're probably already seeing it. And it's good to have goals. It's good to build. But what's going to get you to said goal? What's going to get you to you being on TV doing your thing? Like, I cannot wait for. But it's the little things, like how you're setting up the Knack right now, right? And how are you going through your broadcast? How are you planning first for your broadcast today that you're going to have? And you do an awesome job. All you guys do. Zins, Josh, everybody, you guys do such a fantastic job. Alec. Yeah. But being able to recognize those little details, and I still struggle. Oh my goodness, man, I still struggle. I still forget to make my bed, and I sound ridiculous saying that out loud. Right, no doubt. But right, that seems like, it's okay. You didn't make your bed, so what? No, because that's just, there could be something that I miss within the realm of baseball now, because I'm creating the bad habit of not doing my bed. Now it sounds, again, ridiculous, but that's the way I see it. Being able to be so focused on now will get me where I want to be, and I need to trust that, and I need to do it, but I need to commit to it. So how you do anything is how you do everything. Those little making your bed thing, you fall into that habit of not doing that, you fall in the habit of procrastinating, you fall in the habit of doing all these things, it will catch up to you, and I'm a firm believer in that. And that's more of a recent thing that I really grasped onto, but that made so much sense to me, and it was like a light bulb in my head, and I'm nowhere near to where I want to be, but I think I've done a much better job in my own personal growth because of that quote, to be honest. Right now I'm like, oh shoot, like I forgot to do that. Like you know, now I want to make sure I'm not forgetting charts. I'm not forgetting,
Right.
you know, being
But it
so
starts
prepared.
there.
Yeah, it starts with those little
Making
things.
your bed,
It
you know.
starts with those little things, man. It really does. So that's something that I really like, and that's something that I will try to, you know, say that to someone else one time or
Right.
whatever, and maybe it clicks to them. If it clicks to one person, that's awesome.
Navy SEAL William H. McRaven once said that the best thing to do is start your day is make your bed, because at the very least you have a task done, and
Yeah.
at the very, very least, if you had a bad day, you can go home to a bed that's made. And
Oh,
John
my
Wooden
gosh.
once said that
Oh, I'm sure
he would have his players practice for 45 minutes to put on their socks at the beginning of the season, so that there
Details,
was no
man.
wrinkles, there was all the details, so that they wouldn't have blisters, so that they played at the best of their ability, which really was just so that they can focus on every task. So, you know,
No
a
doubt.
fantastic mind here. I can correlate that with two of the
Right.
best minds I know. So
That's awesome.
thank you so much.
Thank you
for hanging out
Oh my
here. We're
gosh,
gonna finish
yeah.
our milkshakes.
Yes.
We got a few more bites left. But
Uh-huh.
I really do appreciate you, Mathew Troupe, here at the Knack. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Couldn't
Scotty.
have had a much more better time here with you. So really do appreciate
This
it.
was awesome, and thank you to